Now, when it comes to investing, we all want bigger, better returns. We want retirement to come faster than Jim from American Pie, and we want our stack of money to be bigger than his dad's eyebrows. We want our overall year-on-year return to be hotter than, you guessed it, Stifler's mum. But unfortunately, generating wealth fast is just not that easy. You want your investing account to look as delicious as this, but it ends up looking like this. So you continue to contribute month on month, working decades at a job you hate with the hopes of one day having a perfect pie.
Gin? It's not what it looks like.
But luckily, there is an easier, simpler option that will help you get to Bandcamp in a much faster period. This is not a video about investing into a lame ETF for the next 45 years. This video is about the best way to boost your overall returns and get you to retirement quicker than Stifler can say,
Mom?
Shipwreck?
Oh, hey, Stifler.
This video is about getting the best overall return to get you to retirement as fast as possible. Ultimately, to grow your wealth faster, there are three big aspects we have to cover, and the first one is just claiming what you are actually entitled to. Now, let's say you've been investing for a decent amount of years and you're starting to see some returns on your money. In fact, this $100 bill was earned completely passively through your investments. But then what happens is the dirty taxman comes along and takes his cut.
Fuck those fuckers.
This means that only half of the income I worked hard for generating in my investing account is actually going to work for me going into the next year. It slows down how fast my money pile can actually grow because my returns are eaten away by the taxman. A way to get around this is to have a tax advantaged account or invest via a pension. Investing instruments like these are a surefire way to boost your wealth without doing anything drastic. Yet, there is a shocking statistic that shows people are just not taking advantage of them. Only 6% of UK adults actually have a tax-advantaged ISA account, which, when researching this video, made me sick. And in the US, it's not much better. The ISA equivalent in the United States is the Roth IRA, but only 25% of households even have one. This is a super important factor because half of the dollars you can actually get in terms of returns are going to be eaten by the taxman. And the worst of all is this money they take is going to be spent on lame projects like this roundabout. Most of the taxes you pay will not compound or bear fruit for you in any way, shape or form. So it is vital that we take these tax breaks when we can. These tax advantaged instruments usually have a maximum amount you can put in every single year. And that's for a good reason, because the governments know they are a brilliant way to build wealth. That's why they limit them. So if you're not maxing out your tax advantaged instrument every single year, you are missing out on massive amounts of returns. Personally, I treat this maximum allowance as a target I have to hit as early as I can every single year. And if you do that too, not only are you taking advantage of the tax-free returns, but also guaranteeing that you're investing a decent amount of money every single year to grow your long-term wealth.
Aren't instruments fun?
Now, after taking care of the tax advantage accounts, we can move on to aspect number 2, and that is compounding the free compound. Now, I want to explain this aspect with a very simple scenario. Imagine you go to the grocery store to pick up a 6-pack of beer. You get to the counter and the cashier says to you, there's currently a deal on, if you buy a 6-pack, you'll get 2 beers for absolutely free. What would you do? You'd take the 2 beers. Of course you would. Well, the stats are actually showing that 76% of Americans don't want the 2 free beers. In fact, they're not even interested. These 2 free beers are the equivalent of your employer pension match. And only 24% of Americans are putting in their maximum amount of allowance every single year into their pension, meaning that the majority of people in America are actually losing free money. Employers, in a lot of cases, will match your pension contributions to a certain amount every single year. This is not a benefit to the company, this is a benefit to you as an employee. And again, 76% of Americans do not max out this allowance. These contributions from your employer are some of the only free money you will ever get throughout your entire working life. So if you are not taking advantage of this free money, it will be lost forever and stay in your employer's pocket. And the reason I'm saying it is free money because it is literally free money. If you are not taking advantage of your employer match to the maximum available amount, you are literally setting yourself up for a much poorer future and leaving them 2 beers in the grocery store. Now, if you do just these 2 aspects by getting tax breaks that can compound your money faster and taking advantage of the free money from your employer, your wealth will rocket on its own. Your returns will compound faster and faster every single year, and you will do better than most people in the Western world. But there is one thing you can do that will get you bigger, faster, and better returns. Now, I want to talk about something that is quite controversial. Many people say it is even impossible, and that is beating the overall market. To many investors, this is just not even possible. The professional investors with billions at their fingertips cannot do it year in, year out, so you shouldn't even try. But I want to rephrase this mindset just a little bit, because you don't have to beat the overall market every single year. You just have to beat the current system that you have going on and try and improve it every single year. And you do that through continuous learning. The simplest way is to try and read one finance book every single month. If you find reading boring, just take the book into the toilet and read 5 pages every time you visit. If you do this aspect continuously, you will be improving your finances brick by brick, block by block, and eventually you will learn a few new tricks, and it will definitely keep you focused. You will learn little things on how to improve your personal finances. You'll find new investing ideas and even build up enough courage to start your own business. I promise you, it will grow your wealth much faster. If you want to beat 99% of investors, then you have to do what those 99% of investors are not doing. And that is simply just continuously evolving and learning. Because doing this myself throughout my own investing career, I've been questioning the norms. I asked the question more than 10 years ago, why can't I beat the market? And the funny thing is, I found myself more than 80% of the years beating the overall market. And what's more, I did it passively. And even funnier than that, you can do it too, because I found a portfolio which destroys the overall US market in terms of returns. In fact, it offers you more than double the amount of returns on an annualized basis. And if you want to see how that portfolio works and what the math is, check out this video here.